Welcome back to part 2 with Prepper Boss. 7 through 12. 7. Learn self-defense and become proficient. I believe there's at least 22 states where one can conceal carry a weapon, providing that they do not have a criminal record or are psychologically unfit. And that's a state that I'm in. And what that means is that any qualifying adult can conceal carry a registered firearm without a permit. Can get a concealed carry permit if you pass a test, show proficiency, and then travel to states that recognize the state your concealed carry permit is in. Don't forget that there's also, say, martial arts for personal self-defense, everyday carry items that you might have on you for self-defense. Have your home buttoned down for self-defense. Make sure that you have windows that can lock. You keep your doors locked. You might have security cameras outside. Dusk to dawn lights that come on. Anything that protects you, including self-defense, you must become proficient in. You never know what's out there. In a rural setting, it's easy to become lax and not know that somebody might. Number 8, have backup supplies in another location. So if this is possible, what they're suggesting is that you have a second location, another piece of land in a rural area that you can bug out to, and you would need to have backup supplies there to a lesser degree than your own home if that's where you're going to shelter in place. Basically, you need to have supplies that you would normally use and then manage them more proficient. Number 9, have a secure water supply in both locations. One thing I'm working on is a water catchment system so that I may have plenty of water if needed on hand. There's plenty of people in rural areas that purchase cisterns, collect rainwater, have a way to pump it to the house or into a container they can bring to the house, because one way that government is aiming to control us is to control our utilities. Water, city water, county water is one of those. Stock up on off-grid medical supply. You need extensive first aid kits. You need backup supplies of any prescription drugs. For instance, diabetics are in dire need of, if you're type 1, insulin. If you're type 2, your oral medication. People have high blood pressure. Some people are on blood thinners. You name it, you must have a backup supply of your prescription drugs. And one way of doing that is to try to get a refill a little bit early, maybe a week early. Save up an extra week at a time so that you have plenty of backup prescription drugs. You also need knowledge in how to supply first aid, close a wound, get somebody to a doctor as fast as you can. Have a plan A and a plan B for when you need it. 11, maintain your physical fitness. I happen to be in a state that's the 5th least healthy state of the 50 states. It's a sad commentary on the richest country in the world, but have to maintain our physical fitness. Eat right, move, get oxygen to your cells. Basically move, walk, exercise 30 minutes to an hour a day so that in case bug out someplace. And 12, this is a tough one, practice living without electricity. Now if you've been keeping an eye on junk that's going on where they want everybody to have an electric car, an electric stove, just think about this. They're already having brownouts in states like California. It's a way to control the populace. Well, we're cutting electricity down because the grid is overloaded. Or don't charge your electric car because everybody's using the air conditioner. They're taking variables and options away from us that we need to survive. So learning to live without electricity is probably a necessity we're all going to need to learn how to deal with. You need to have candles in the house, flashlights, backup generators to power your refrigerator and freezer so you don't lose food. If you're able to have a whole house generator where when the electricity goes out, It automatically starts and powers the home just like you normally would have if you had electricity. These are all basic 12 steps that you need to master to make survival easier as things get worse. Consider those. Look in the description. I've got a series on personal finance that might be helpful. And we'll see you on the next video.